Emma sat stiffly in her chair, as though she hadn't sat down in public in years. She kept her back straight, hands clasped around her cup like it was the only source of stability she had left in the world. Adam watched the way her fingers trembled, barely noticeable, but enough for him to understand, this woman wasn't just tired. She was fragile. And yet, there was something about her that pulled him in. Not because she looked breakable, but because she looked like someone still fighting not to break. "You can put your bag on the chair next to you," Adam offered gently. Emma blinked, as if the simple kindness startled her. "Oh. Right. Thank you." She placed the bag down carefully, almost apologetically. Lily, meanwhile, leaned forward across the table, folding her arms like a little detective. "Do you like dinosaurs?" she asked bluntly. Adam groaned under his breath. "Lily, that's not." Emma smiled for the first time, a small, shy smile that made Adam's chest tighten. "Actually, I used to love dinosaurs when I was little." Lily gasped, overjoyed. "Which one?" "Mine is the Stegosaurus. Daddy says it's because it's so stubborn." Adam shook his head. "I didn't say stubborn. I said, determined." "That's the same thing." Lily squealed. Emma laughed, not loudly, but enough to soften the shadows in her expression. She tucked a loose strand of hair behind her ear and said, "I liked the Brontosaurus. It always seemed gentle." "That's a good one," Lily approved. "Very nice. And big." Emma let out a small hum of agreement before her eyes drifted toward the window. Outside, the December air looked harsh, almost metallic. The kind of winter where even the clouds seemed to shiver. She watched the street for a moment before her gaze slowly dropped to the table again. Adam noticed the way her shoulders slumped slightly. The way she inhaled deeply, like someone bracing against a memory. "Long morning?" he asked softly. Emma hesitated. Then shook her head. "Long week." Lily reached for her hand again, and Emma didn't pull away this time. "My mommy used to say the week ends when you decide it ends," Lily whispered, her voice surprisingly gentle. "Maybe it can end now." Emma swallowed hard. Her eyes glistened, but she blinked the shimmer away before it could escape. "That's very wise," she whispered. "My mommy was wise," Lily said. "And she loved hot chocolate when she was sad." Adam squeezed his daughter's shoulder gently, a quiet reminder to tread kindly, but Emma only smiled. "Maybe I should have ordered that instead," she murmured. "You still can," Adam offered. "I can ask them to switch it." She slowly shook her head. "No. This is fine. I didn't really come here for the drink." Her voice dipped with honesty, and Adam understood something unspoken. She came here because she couldn't stay wherever she'd been. "You know," Adam said, trying to keep the conversation warm but light, "this is Lily's favorite spot. She says the window makes it feel like we're watching a movie." "A movie?" Emma turned to Lily. "What kind?" "A people movie." Lily grinned. "Where everyone is the main character in their own episode. Daddy says we don't always know their story, but we can guess." Emma tilted her head thoughtfully. "What's my episode?" Lily tapped her chin, thinking dramatically. "You came in looking like you lost your keys and your smile. But you found a nice table instead." Emma laughed again, softer this time, but more real. Adam took a sip of his coffee, watching Emma over the rim of his cup. He didn't want to stare, he knew what it felt like to be observed when vulnerable, but something about her made it hard not to. The way she tensed every few moments, as if expecting bad news to walk through the door. The way she tried to act composed but kept rubbing the same spot on her wrist, over and over, like she was grounding herself. She reminded him of himself after his divorce, when he'd sit in cafes pretending everything was fine because the alternative was falling apart in front of strangers. And maybe that was why he felt such an immediate, strange protectiveness toward her. "So," Emma said, clearing her throat softly, "do you two come here every Saturday?" "Every single one," Lily answered proudly. "It's our tradition." Daddy says traditions are important. They make things feel steady, Adam added quietly. Emma nodded slowly, absorbing his words. Steady sounds nice. You can borrow some of ours, Lily declared with the blind generosity only children have. You can come next Saturday too. Adam stiffened. He didn't want to overwhelm Emma, but when she looked up, her eyes shimmering with something between hope and fear, he didn't interrupt. Instead, he waited for her reaction. Her lips parted. She looked at Adam, as if checking whether Lily's invitation was real. He gave a small, reassuring smile. She's serious. She doesn't invite just anyone. Lily nodded firmly. I only invite people who feel warm. And you feel warm. Emma pressed her lips together, and for a moment, Adam thought she might burst into tears. But she breathed slowly, held the emotion back, and whispered, "Thank you." Lily went back to coloring, giving the adults a moment of quiet. Emma traced the edge of her cup. I didn't think anyone would want me around today. Adam frowned gently. Why would you think that? She shook her head, eyes down. It's nothing. Just a bad morning. His voice softened. Even so. I'm glad you came. She looked up, startled. Their eyes met. Something flickered between them. Not romantic, not yet. Something quieter. Something like recognition. As if their broken pieces understood each other. Emma inhaled shakily, then gestured toward Lily. You two look happy together. We are, Adam said. But we're also two people figuring life out one day at a time. Like me, Emma whispered. Exactly like you, he replied. The cafe noise faded into a pleasant hum around them. Outside, snow began to fall in slow, soft flakes, the kind that instantly melt on skin. Lily held a crayon in one hand and her hot chocolate in the other, humming some improvised tune. Inside, their tiny table felt like a small island of calm in a storm-filled world. Emma looked around, at the warm lights, at Lily's bright grin, at Adam's steady presence, and something loosened in her chest. A knot she hadn't realized she'd been carrying for months. Thank you for letting me sit here, she said quietly. Adam shook his head. You didn't just sit, he murmured. You stayed. She looked confused for a heartbeat, until he added, even softer. And I'm glad you did. Emma breathed in sharply. Because for the first time all week, someone wanted her to stay.